one dance, baby. That one dance.
Hi, my name is Joy. Very happy to share with you today a few tips on kind of skills that you can learn during this lockdown period and the skills that are required in the job market today. Before I begin, I would like to first encourage us that despite this pandemic, we shouldn't feel like we need to lose any time. Let's take advantage of this pandemic and while we're at home, acquire skills that are readily available to us using the internet, which for you who are young is a piece of cake. It's your everyday tool. It's your working tool. And so I just want to also help us understand that because of this pandemic, a lot of what would have taken like 10, 15 years has happened now, instantly. And that means that a lot of employers are looking for individuals who have certain skills that will make them valuable and that will also make them fit into the organization and add value and bring the organization to a higher level. What are some of these skills that will make you marketable to your employer now that we are heading to a digital era where everything is digital, and if you don't have digital connection, you're almost lost because everything now is connected to logging in, logging out, Twitter, and all, Facebook, Instagram, and all that. So, what are the requirements that are in the job market now? Most organizations have network, have satellites, have links, and these are the requirements for the market, the job market right now. And then for communication, now we have the cloud, you have local, hybrid. So all these things are just what they are, very technical, and for people like you, it's what is required. Anyway, from knowing your way around data analytics to problem solving smarts, this is what you need to get an edge in this year's job market. That is by Daniel Boats, a Monster contributor. Nothing is forever, especially in the workforce. So naturally, the job skills that employers look for in new hires change from year to year. And even now, because of this pandemic, employers have opened up to see that there are big opportunities and better opportunities having more tech savvy employees, because they are more, they bring in faster delivery and a wider and more advanced ideas. And it's also one of the best ways for companies to stay competitive and ahead of the never-ending curve. So the more you have tech-savvy employees, you have an advantage to your competitor. And that means you need to consistently improve your skills and develop new ones. So if you're looking for a better job, and why wouldn't you be? Or if you're looking for a job, and why wouldn't you be? How can you make your skill set more attractive to employers? So I'm going to share 5 skills that can give you an edge. One of the skills is problem solving. Now, problem solving might seem easy, and you might be asking, problem solving? Why would problem solving be a skill that an employer would be looking for now? Now, it's a soft skill, but it will give you an edge because Employers want to see someone who can troubleshoot and solve them independently. So if you're able to acquire such a skill, it gives you an edge. Even when you go to an interview, when you're asked a question, when you're at the interview, to give an example of a past job where you identified a problem, developed a solution, and successfully resolved the issue. You have to think on your toes. You have to think on your feet. So having that skill will give you an edge, especially when you go out for an interview. The other skill that will help you is data analytics. Now we're moving into even more data-driven world. But numbers alone are useless. There's always a human being who needs to interpret them. As a result, more employers are searching for job candidates who can understand and utilize data. This is an important skill for everyone, not just job seekers. And so you should have some experience with data analytics and programming, coding, or machining. And the beauty of all this, you can find them online. So there are short courses online on data analytics that you could look up and acquire the skill that will give you an edge. And the other one is social media literacy, which I'm sure most of you are way advanced in, and they're at your fingertips. Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, all those are the social media outlets that you're all venturing in. They will give you an edge. Why would I say that? Because there are some companies that market themselves using most of these social media. And so if you have them, and if you have that knowledge and the skill, it's, when you meet an employer and you tell them, this is what I have, this is what I can do, instantly you will attract them, and you'll find, well, you might just be the lucky guy or girl. So social media literacy is one of the top 5 job skills that employers are seeking in new hires today. So please continue what you're doing and perfect it, because I know social media skills for most of you are easy peasy. The other skill that you can work on while you're on lockdown is creativity. Creativity will be a very important skill for you, because it's employers are looking for people who can come up with fresh new ways and approaches to doing jobs, because business as usual is thrown out of the door. Now we want creativity, and we want you to do the same thing at a shorter time, because that is competition, and the more you have better ideas on how to solve problems that have been there in an organization, and you do them in a faster and easier way, bam. And even in an interview, you just wow your interviewers, and of course you earn yourself high scores. Resilience, that's another skill that you can acquire while on lockdowns. Yes, so as I was saying, that when you get resilience, it helps you to survive, it helps you to stay more focused on your ability to recover. You have a setback, you're able to recover instantly. You don't sit down and give up. So try and work on how you can be resilient in a tough situation. This is a soft skill, and you can acquire it by just practicing and understanding your personality, understanding what, for instance, if there's something that ticks you off, you learn how to get to control your emotions. You also learn how to get out of sticky situations, and if you build on that, you're able to have a bigger, a greater, a wider advantage to those who don't have it. So those are 5 skills that can give you an edge, and you can practice them, you can research on them while you're on lockdown. And well, yes, the internet has all this stuff, so it can't be so difficult for you. I just also want to share 5 skills that employers look out for in individuals. So even when you're doing your CV, please get these skills so that when you're putting up your CV, you have them, and they will definitely give you an edge. That's web design and development. Right now with everything going digital, everything is on the web. If you have that skill, any employer would be more than happy to hire you on top of what you're already coming in for. Probably you're an engineer and you're able to do web designing. So bam. So they employ an engineer who's able to do web designing. Who wouldn't want to take up someone like that? Or if you're and you feel into the job market instantly. And then the other would be data analysts and statistics. If you're able to analyze data, remember I said one of the skills that you can learn is data analytics. So now that, put it in your CV, it adds you a lot of scores, because yes, employers are really looking for people who can analyze data, because it's just not good enough to have data. You need to analyze the data, and that data has to be analyzed in such a way that it can solve problems, it can it can allow the organization to make decisions. And so well analyzed data makes good decisions. And of course, if you're able to have that skill, it will be an added advantage to you. The other one is it might look simple also, but employers are looking for people with Excel and PowerPoint skills. Something that I have to confess, having worked for almost 25 years, I'm still not very good at Excel. I'm also not very good at PowerPoint. But when you get these younger guys coming into the organization, they work on Excel and they talk of pivoting their charts, and they make it sound so easy. So yes, if you come in and you have that skill, man, I can assure you that you will wow this generation of employers who still have a hard time figuring out Excel, still have very boring PowerPoint presentations. But you come, and that's a skill that you can learn, because with Microsoft Office you can do them, you can train yourself, you can understand how to do those charts and pivots, and even put your data there so that it makes it easy to analyze it. And this is real. This is something that can boost you in terms of just getting a good job. And the other one would be public speaking. Public speaking might not be easy for many people, and so because you might be called to a job, you might apply for a job that requires you to head a team, and you need to be able to have that ability to speak in public. And these are skills that you can learn through the internet, both. And public speaking comes also with writing, so it's something that you can learn. You can learn from all the internet sites that are available, and it boosts your confidence when you're able to stand and speak, or even write a good document, a good letter with good constructed sentences. It of course, it also gives you confidence when you're working. And yes, it is a soft skill that will give you an added advantage, So yes, take advantage of this time when you're at home and try and see how you can improve on your public speaking so that it gives you a bigger edge. And then lastly is blogging. Yes, that is something that is not new to you. In fact, it's easy peasy for most of you. But yes, it can give you a big boost in your CV. So learn that skill. I know it's easily available from the internet. You can look for sites that are able to give you that ability to learn how to blog and to be a good blogger, so that you can help the organization. And I think most organizations right now have a team that are able to do blogging for them, because you want to be in control of the narrative that is being sent out. And because blogging can be misused, if you don't have somebody who understands how to blog and to manage the company image, then you might be fighting bloggers all the time. But then if you have that skill and you put it in your CV and you have it and you present yourself when you're going for any interview, I can assure you the current employer is looking for people with those skills, because that's the way we are going. That's the way the world is moving right now. And even with the pandemic, it's brought all this, which would have taken some time. It has brought it faster, and so we are required now to have these skills, because if you remember, we didn't have much time to prepare for online learning for schools, because schools closed and everything happened so abruptly. So organizations that didn't have business continuity plans, organizations that were not prepared to work online, had very many challenges. And organizations that had employees who was too rigid, were not able to adjust to the new norm, also had a big problem. And so having employees with these skills definitely gives you a bigger advantage. So while you're at home, instead of wondering, oh, now I've spent too much time at home, I'm getting rusty, try and learn some of the skills, because they're available online. So you can just log in, look for some information that will help you practice, and keep practicing. And yes, when you go for that interview, you will be ready to wow your interviewers. And I can assure you, unless they have another reason not to hire you, you will definitely be hired. Thank you for taking your time to listen to me. I didn't mention in the beginning, I am an HR practitioner. I have practiced HR for over 20 years. And yes, and I'm happy to share anything else that you'd like to know. So if you have any questions that you have, please feel free to get in touch with Pastor Harry, who will definitely get in touch with me, and I will be all glad to share and to answer your questions. So thank you very much, and God bless, and stay safe. Bye-bye.